to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a primarily candle haul, but it is Bath and Body Works in general, and I've got a little bit of a story time to tell you as well. But before I get into that, if you are curious on what my top says, it says happy holidays. We're in the period between Christmas and New Year, and I'm trying to wear all my like festive clothing before it gets put away for another year, so I'm repping my Christmaka outfit today. Yes, so Candle Day, if you don't know, it happened a couple of weeks ago, or was it further back than that? It was like a couple days after Thanksgiving, I believe. It happens in America primarily, sometimes Canada do it as well. I don't know if they did it this year, but it's where it's the cheapest day of the year that you can buy candles, and people go crazy for it. Obviously this year it was slightly different because of COVID, and there was slightly like less people in the stores, but yes. And if you can't tell from my accent, I am British, and how am I doing a Candle Day haul? Well, I saw all these videos, and I have been part of Bath and Body Works like Facebook groups, like people that buy them and sell them here in the UK, and I was hooked. And that is why this video is called Candle Day Triggered My addiction, because when I started seeing those haul videos, something clicks in your brain. And if you are a shopaholic or you have a shopping addiction like I do, it's very hard to ignore that. And I have done a video on my shopping addiction, so I will leave that in a card up above. But yes, so I sort of got obsessed and was like, I need candles in my life. Like, I was seeing all these winter scents in particular, and was like, I need those. And yes, I don't need any of this at all. I'm very aware of that. Want and need are very different things. But again, if you have addiction of any sorts, then you know you have these like voices that sort of torture you and sort of persuade you to get these items. So without further ado, that's sort of the dark side of it. Let's get on to like the light sided actual haul of things. So all of this was purchased either through eBay, which I don't like to do a ton because it can be obviously a little bit sketchy on eBay, but I checked the reviews and there are people that are genuine on there. But if you are worried, Facebook is a really good place to find groups and things like that. So primarily most of that was through people on Facebook. And yeah, shall I stop rambling? Shall we start with hand soaps, because why not? So I've got 5 hand soaps to show you in total. The first one is the one we are currently using at the moment, and this is the White Barn Merry Cookie. So this has a gorgeous packaging. I'm going to keep this packaging once it's run out for next year. So originally these are $8.50. Again, watch out for those sales and things. They've just had, filming this, their SAS sale, which is their semi-annual sale. They have made a cheeky order on the Bath and Body Works actual website. That will be a video that comes probably sometime in January, I would have thought. But a sneak peek for you there. But yes, so this is Merry Cookie. It is a very sugary, sweet cookie scent. Like real like vanilla bakery goodness. So that is what we're using at the moment. And on the back it does say cruelty free, which I love. It says buttery shortbread, vanilla bourbon icing and spun sugar. And yeah, I can see that, like that real buttery biscuit with the vanilla essence. I don't know so much bourbon, but it's definitely got a warmth to it. Next, I got this one, which is Snowy Peach Berry. This says snow-kissed cranberries, frosted peach blossom, and shimmering woods. And again, this is quite like a fruity scent. I've got it, no shocker, in a candle form in a minute because I love peachy scents, so I will be able to try and describe it a bit better to you then. But yes, we've got Snowy Peach Berry. I then have, let's do the last Christmassy-esque one. I like this one because it's, the bottle itself doesn't look Christmas, it's more wintry. And this is the White Barn Sparkling Icicles. And this says sparkling citrus, golden sandalwood and bergamot. Again, have that in a candle, so I will read that to you in a bit. And then we have these, which are like from the Art Deco-y collection that they've bought candles out for as well. So I have Dazzling Nights, which is this really pretty blue colour, and it says warm vanilla, spiced winter berries and cedarwood. So let me open it up and see if I can smell it a little bit for you and try not to spill it everywhere. It definitely has sort of that, like a tart berry scent to it, with the warmth of the vanilla coming through, and then you get the darkness of, and like the deepness of the cedarwood. I think that, again, that will be a really nice one as we transition through winter. And then we have this one, which is Frosted Moscow Mule, and again, that is from one of their more recent collections that they did sort of around Christmas time, but they're carrying on through, I think, through to spring. This is sweet lime, lemon zest and sugar cane, and it pretty much is what it says. It's very lemony and limey, and I think this will be a brilliant one for a hand wash because it's going to be so like fresh and uplifting. Just like a real zesty, almost like sour aspect to it. So yeah, and these are all the gentle foaming hand soaps, so they really lather up really nicely, so I like those. Okay, shall we move on to Christmas candles, and then I'll do like the other miscellaneous candles. So the first one is Merry Cookie, and this has a gorgeous packaging to it. This is sort of the one where as it burns you can sort of see this scene through it, and it's got what looks like two foxes making like a, oh no, just one fox making like a gingerbread house. So it says fresh baked cookies, sparkling sugar crystals and rich vanilla. So fairly similar to what it says on the hand soap, and it pretty much smells the same. Very sort of warm, buttery, sugary vanilla. This is a really nice one to burn. It just smells super good. So that is that one, and it's got all the snowflakes on the back. So this one is a scent they've brought out this year. I don't have it in this year's packaging, but they do it in the similar style to a couple of the other ones that I've got. But this one is Ski Lodge, which is also known as Hot Cocoa and Cream. They bring out Hot Cocoa and Cream fairly often, and each year is in sort of a different packaging. This is what this one looks like. So it's like basically all these like ski lodges and like a winter scene. You've got like a little cable car, so when it burns it looks super pretty. We have burnt this one already. This says, it's sort of come off on the back, but rich steamed milk. I'm assuming it says something about chocolate and mini marshmallows. It has sort of rubbed off on the back. When I smell this on cold, it was slightly disappointing because to me it's not a real milky, like chocolate cakey scent, or just like a chocolate scent. It definitely, I think, is tailored more towards an American chocolate, which, I mean, you can understand. So for me, it has almost a fake essence to it because it's got more of like a bitter chocolate smell. Not to say I don't like it, especially when this burns. I much prefer it than on cold. But yeah, and this has a really heavy throw to it as well. There's another candle I'm going to show you, which is quite similar to this, but this definitely has a heavy throw to it. And I also did get it in a single wick. So this is a little glimpse of what this year's packaging looks like in Hot Cocoa and Cream. Got a single wick one so I can burn this when I'm in the bath. I like having 3-wick candles like in our lounge. That's pretty much the only place we burn them, and then the only other place I burn them is when I'm in the bath. So I thought that'd be a nice like cozy evening scent to have when I'm having a bath. What's next? The next one is actually what we're burning downstairs. We've got 2 of these. This is Sparkling Icicles, and it's got like a little mouse skating, or 2 mice skating away. And again, this is one where when it burns you can see the light coming through. If I've got a clip I will insert what that looks like. This one actually, I think the wick has like come away from the jar. It says glittering ice, fresh bergamot sprigs, bright holiday greenery with essential oils. So this does have quite a gentle light throw to it. Downstairs it's definitely one of the lighter scents. Sometimes with the candles, especially the Hot Cocoa and Cream, I could, like if I was like coming out of the bathroom, I could smell it like all upstairs, or like in the hallway upstairs. This one I can't really smell it at the moment out there. It's very a light scent, and you just sort of, you know, when you get like every now and again you'll get a waft of the scent that come over, it's a bit like that. It's not like a constant throw. I would definitely say it's got like that slight citrusy element that bergamot has. If you like bergamot waters, those sort of scents, you'll like this. It does have sort of that freshness and crispness of a holiday greenery, but I wouldn't say it's anything like the tree scents that they have. That's not for me. I wouldn't smell this and think immediate Christmas tree. To me, this is like a real gentle, warm man's cologne with a little bit of citrus to it. That's what I would say. So yes, that's Sparkling Icicles. One that's similar to it is Snowflakes and Citrus, and this has a gorgeous blue wax to it. And this one says juicy citrus, fresh spring water and sweet mango. So similar scent notes in a way, but I'd say this one is heavily more of that citrus and more of like the mango scent. It's definitely got a juicier scent with, you know, that underlying, like, I don't know what to say. Like, I mean, it is that like underlying spring water that comes through, but it definitely has a more punchy, juicy scent as opposed to the Sparkling Icicles, which is lighter and I'd say more on like the bergamot aspect, I'd say. And then the last Christmassy candle I got was the Snowy Peach Berry, and I got that in a 3-wick and I got that in a single wick as well. So that is what they look like side by side. Okay, so the notes on this are sweet peaches, tart cranberry and sugared musk. I love a peachy scent, and this is definitely different from, you know, your market peach, Georgia peach, that sort of thing. The cranberry aspect really gives it a more fruity, like, I don't know, it just smells like a really nice, you know, you get those like tropical drinks where it's like various tropical fruits, I guess, blended in. It sort of smells like that. You definitely get a cranberry aspect to it. I can't smell the sugared musk so much. I think it just must work really well with those two scents. Maybe it comes out more when you burn it, but on cold you can't really smell a muskiness to it. No, I'm getting more of just like a fruity scent. If you don't like real heavy fruity scents, this still might appeal to you because the cranberry has that tartness to it. So yes, those are all the Christmassy ones. We'll now move on to other ones I found. So these two are, I believe they came out this autumn. The first one is Dutch Apple Waffle. We've already burnt this, and I was very hesitant about this because of the notes on the back. It says warm buttermilk waffles, baked apple slices and ground nutmeg. And it was the nutmeg that made me hesitant because I don't like spices, I don't like cinnamon, especially straight on its own. So I was hesitant, but the apple waffle side of it, you know, really got my attention. On cold, you definitely get a nutmeg spice aspect to it. To me, it reminds me of walking in like a Cracker Barrel, or, you know, walking into somewhere that's got like all its harvest and Halloween stuff out. That's what it sort of reminds me of. We have burnt this. When it's burning though, I really don't get the nutmeg. It just, as someone that doesn't like nutmeg, that's a good thing. I wouldn't say like if you're dying for the nutmeg scent, like don't get this because it's light. But it just adds perfectly to it. Like the level of it blends in and it smells so good, like an apple pie baking. I wouldn't necessarily say waffles. It does have that bakery aspect, but for me it would definitely be more like you would think apple pie. So good. So I definitely want to track down another one of those because both me and Darren really like that one. And then the other one, which is another bakery scent, which again has a nutty element to it, and I'm always hesitant about that, but that is Banana Walnut Muffin. This says sweet banana, golden nutmeg and cinnamon sugar muffin. So it's got nutmeg and cinnamon, both two, which, I mean, it was risky. I've not burnt this yet, so I'm not quite sure what it's like when it's lit. And I do have like banana bundt cake, which again is that warm bakery banana scent. On cold, again, you just get that warmthness I think that nutmeg has. I don't get a ton of like cinnamon or like spices. It just smells like a warm banana scent. So it'll be interesting to see what that's like when it's lit, but on cold it's very much like just a banana with a hint of like a warmth bakery element. Okay, the next one is one that's very similar to the hot cocoa and cream, like I said. This came out earlier this year. I believe this might have been the online exclusive one, I'm not sure. But this was in the same line as the strawberry pound cake when it came out, the banana bundt cake, that sort of bakery line. And this is chocolate marshmallow cloud. That is what it looks like, and when I saw it, someone had it for sale, I was like, I need to try that. I sort of was on a little bit of a chocolate kick, but this says whipped chocolate, marshmallow fluff and a pinch of sea salt. Burnt this as well, and this is definitely lighter than the hot cocoa and cream, but when you burn them, they smell very similar in my opinion. I wouldn't necessarily say you would need both. It wouldn't be a scent now that I've got it that I would want to track down for another one. I think the hot cocoa and cream would be a good substitute. I mean, you do get that the pinch of sea salt is interesting because it does almost give like a caramel richness to it. But I would say it's a lot lighter, and I think that is probably the marshmallow fluff. And just the fact that it's whipped chocolate sounds like it's been like whipped with milk or something like that. So yes, it's definitely a lot lighter than hot cocoa and cream. Wouldn't necessarily say that you need to have both in your collection. So the next one is one that we already had, and I've burnt it quite a bit this year, and I knew I wanted to try and get another one. I believe it was sort of along the same time it came out as that bakery line. This is the unicorn sprinkles. Again, it came out with like banana bundt cake, strawberry pound cake. This says fluffy cotton candy, rainbow candy drops and sugared lemon. And I liked this, and it wasn't until I burned it that I realised how much that I liked it. It has a really sweet, soft, sugary scent. Like, if this wick was pink, that would totally go with it. I don't know why, but when you smell it on cold, I feel like it's not quite as good as when it's burning. The lemon just adds like a freshness to it that sort of lifts it from being like super sickly. It gives that sort of like sour tart element to it. Oh, it's super good, and that's why I had to find another one. And then these two, I thought they were new for spring and summer, but I'm not quite sure. But these are Pomegranate Lemonade. So this is juicy pomegranate, zested lemons and sugar crystals. And I was like, what does a pomegranate smell like? I've had like a little bit of pomegranate before, but it's not necessarily a fruit I would go up to and sniff, you know. It has this beautiful like matte jar to it. Oh, when you smell it, I definitely would say lemon is the stronger note in the lemonade than the pomegranate, but there is something else that must be the pomegranate in it. I can't put my finger on what it is. And again, it does just smell really juicy. I think this would be a great one to burn spring, summertime. So yeah, I'm not quite sure when this came out, but I picked that up. And then the other one, which I was most excited for, but I possibly like the pomegranate lemonade a little bit more. This is fresh orange, and it's again got the matte wraparound. There is a couple other orangey scents that they're bringing out this spring. I know they've just done clementine, which is essentially like an orange, isn't it? And a lot of these like citrusy scents. You can sort of see what I go for. It's either like citrus or food. I very rarely go for pumpkin, like the tree scents, any of like the ones that are in body care, like the perfumes. So it says fresh grated orange zest, sparkling citrus and white jasmine. And when I open it, the first thing you get is an orange, and I really like that. And then I think the white jasmine comes through, and that's where I maybe don't like it as much. It's not that I don't like the scent, I just think I would have preferred like a straight orange, walking through like an orange grove scent. Again, interesting to see what this smells like when it's burning. I think this could be I mean, it's literally just got to the back of my throat. I think this could be more overpowering, but it might be a nice one, you know, that would fill a household and once it's dispersed not be as heavy. So I would be interested to see how that burns. But yeah, that is my candle day haul. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, sometime in January, maybe early February time, there may be a haul coming from this latest SAS sale. Yes, I have definitely got the candle bug and it's really bad for my addiction at the moment. It's definitely, pins have dropped off and candles have got on the train. And I mean, both Darren and I like candles, so that's a good thing. It's not something that goes out of date, but you know, they are big candles and they're not like cheap candles. That's why I've taken advantage of the SAS sale, but I know there's a ton of new spring scents coming out that I am totally excited for. There's like a bubbly rosé one, a wild berry jam donut, a pineapple pancakes, I think. Like all those foodie scents just get me. And yeah, so I'm excited to see what they're like. If you did like this video, make sure you like it and hit subscribe so you don't miss out on any future candle hauls, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.